week of practice has gone, how do you feel about where the defense is right now?
Man, I feel like we're making strides. We're getting better and better every day, and that's the mindset. And yeah, man, we just going out there trying to compete and get better every day, man.
What was it like not being able to play and help your teammates last season, just having to sit out?
It sucked. I mean, just being able to watch on the sideline and not be able to do much. But all I can do is just give my support and just, keep the guys going and do everything I can to be, positive energy on the team and just make sure that everybody's just ready to go.
What do you like about how the defense is playing? What do you think is going really well so far?
What do I think that's going really well?
Yeah.
Just the communication on everybody's part. I think everybody's been doing a good job communicating. A lot of veterans on the defense, so we understand what's expected of us and what our coach wants us to do. So, and that all starts with communication. So, if everybody's on the same page, it's going to be able to help a lot of the guys that, may not have had all the snaps that a lot of guys have. But if we're communicating and talking to one another, it just kind of gives everybody confidence. I think we've been doing a good job of that.
How does Tarvarius Ward, the addition of him in the back behind you, help your feeling in the middle of the field?
Oh, definitely knowing that we got somebody that's as locked down as him. It's huge. Somebody that's got that experience. Not only that, but bring that leadership and it just brings his athleticism and ball skills to the team. That's what you look for in the corner. So he's done a great job throughout training camp, and we're excited to have him. Excited to see how he plays throughout the season.
Did you know much about him before you guys signed him, and what have you learned about him since he's been here?
Well, at first I didn't know he was with Kansas City. I actually saw him. I was in the offseason training, and they told us after I found out that he was coming, found out more about him, and then like, yeah, man, we're going to get you in the Super Bowl and whatnot. And I immediately yeah, didn't really know how I felt about that. But then, as days going on, just in the training in Dallas, we became good friends, and he's a good guy.
You guys train together?
We don't train together, but it just happened to be the guy that he was working with that was training him was also at the same facility that I was training with. So it's kind of just, yeah.
Do you see his presence in the secondary making everyone else around him better?
Oh, definitely. He just brings that. Definitely, he just brings the not only the energy, but just the experience, the better experience that he's seen a lot. He's played a lot of football, so. Everybody has full confidence in him and what we believe that he can bring to the table. And every day he shows us, who he is and why they went and got him. He would have got an awesome pick today in the red zone, and that's what he can do. So we're excited about it.
And I think I got this right. I think I saw you blow up a basketball to Elijah today, right?
Yeah, I could have.
You could have. But what are you seeing out of the offense with Trey, and just how is that kind of back and forth of offense and defense helping out both sides?
It's definitely going to add an advantage for our offense having a guy like Trey in the backfield. First day in pass, and we really got to see the full effect of things that he can do with. We know obviously that he can run the ball, but just having to be alert for when he can give the ball and when he can run the ball. Every play he's gonna run with it, but every play he's gonna give it to. So you kind of got to really be on your details of the defense, and and everybody being on the same page, because all it takes is one person to make a mistake, and he's more than athletic and more and playing fast enough to make defensive play, and so is a running back. So just the dynamic that he brings to the table is going to be fun to watch.
The other day, Aziz talked about the relationship you two have both on and off the field, but just rooming together and being a competitor. Can you speak about that relationship? And also, he said you were not a clean roommate. So
You're just talking. Aziz is the dirtiest person I ever met. Aziz is just talking. I could hear. Me and Aziz have a great relationship, man. We definitely bring the best out of each other, and but we always got that support with each other no matter what. We know that we're both, trying to become the guy, that wants to go out there and be out there every snap. But besides that, there's nobody else in the locker room that I probably could go to and talk to about what's going on, or on and off the field, about my personal life, wherever it is. Like, he's a guy I go to, and vice versa. Like, because we just understand each other from that level, and no matter what, that's my dog. Like, that's my number one guy. So I mean, when I see Z strap up and he's ready to go, like it just that energy just flows throughout, me, and then it flows throughout everybody, and we just kind of just feed off each other, and that's what you can't ask for no more than that.
I think it was you that Kyle last year mentioned compared to Tyson in the way that you approach things. So what's first day of pads like for you then? Like Christmas Day or?
Yeah, I definitely love just wearing pads, man. That's the first day of pads. Like I just like you can't beat that. I hate that we got the little things on the head and you can't hear as much with those things on the head. But yeah, I mean, I don't know about all the Tyson stuff, but I mean, I feel like I'm doubted in a lot of different ways, and I got more battles than just football. So I mean, I'm fighting out there for more than just myself. So I mean, I go with that mentality every day, and I push every day, and I just know that the defense, everything flows through the linebacker. So we got to bring that energy, and we got to bring that just everything that goes. So I mean, it goes off the linebacker. So yeah, and that's just my approach. And I think maybe you see it's the original.
Samson mentioned that everybody's on edge in a good way because there's already discussion about Super Bowl. Do you feel that?
Yeah, everybody's on edge because everybody knows how great we can be. And I mean, it's just, you can feel it throughout the defense and throughout the whole team. We know the defense that, in order for us to, get to where we want to get to, we're going to have to play that top level defense that we kind of fell short of last year, but you saw glimpses other than that, we're more than capable of doing. So, Super Bowl is a long way away, but that's definitely the expectations. We taking it game by game, play by play, and we just trying to dominate. And if we can do that every play, then we'll look up in the Super Bowl here.
Trey, the secondary has been playing excellent in coverage throughout practices. How do you feel about yourself and your other fellow linebackers and coverage as well?
Yeah, all of our linebackers can run. We got some running linebackers, so we as long as we understand the defense, as long as we can see what we read and get our drops and get set, we have linebackers that can go downhill. We got linebackers that can move lateral side to side. We got linebackers that can run. So I'm confident in what I've seen from us, the younger guys and the younger linebackers, and everything that we've been doing, not just the pass but the run as well. But yeah, I mean, everybody can match up pretty well with any tight end and any running back. So yeah.
Get a couple more.
Dre, Fred's very vocal on the field, and enough that it irritates Brandon Ayuk. He kind of got that from Dequan Alexander. How much does Fred's vocality affect you and make you a more vocal player?
Yeah, Fred is definitely he's the guy on defense that, when Fred talks, everybody listens, Fred, he knows the defense like the back of his hand. So, he just said it, and then we attack. So having a guy like that can not only, be that vocal leader, but also go out there and, and be that guy and dominate every play as well. I mean, it's changing as a defense. It's just motivating because that you're going to have somebody that's in the middle that's going to not only be where they're supposed to be every play, but that's going to bring it every time. So we all feed off Fred and everything that he do. He approached the game differently. He's just watching him the last 3 or 4 years that I've been here, the way that he prepares, the way that he take care of his body, it's like you got no other choice but to just follow. You know what I mean? Because he he's gonna do it right by the book, and he's gotten success doing it. So to have somebody that's like Fred, that's gonna let you know, hey, this is what's going on, and then just going out there and play it, it's big time.
Describe what it's like to be in a situation where Trent is coming right at you and you need to get around him to get to a ball carrier as big as he is, as agile as he is. Is there anybody like him?
Yeah, Trent's the best player in the NFL, for sure, no doubt. But in that regard, you better know your leverage. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got a guy like Trent coming at you, you better know you're supposed to be inside of him or outside of him, because if you go down the middle, he's gonna flatten you. So, and in practice, he's not gonna do it. Like he knows how to all right, I got you, but he gonna give you that little tap to let you know, like, bro, I could have really got you. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's never going as hard as he can until you turn on that tape on Sundays and you see just what he can do. But yeah, he's the best player in the NFL.
Not the best offensive lineman or the best tackle, the best player.
I think he's the best player. Like, normally, you go to a D lineman or something like that, and look at him, but I mean, I don't think he just got that no fear, but you know what I mean? Like, it don't matter who's lined up against him, I got Trent winning. So, I mean, that's for anything. I mean, any type of, outside pat or run or something like that, like Trent runs like a DB. Like, you gotta make some decisions when Trent's coming at you. So you gotta make some business decisions. So, I mean, it's just the way that he plays the game. Like, it's unbelievable. And for somebody, on offensive line, you don't really look at that and say, oh, he's the best position. But the way that he's just an athlete, like a pure, if he's not the best player, he's one of the best athletes, especially for that size. It's ridiculous.
Thanks, Rick.
Thanks.
Great, thank you very much.
All right, guys, let's put it back.
How's it going against that guy during camp?
He's awesome. Yeah, he's the best in the game. He's 99 for a reason. He's a Hall of Famer, so every time that I get to go up against him, I know that I'm going to get better somehow, some way.
Samson, there seems to be such good depth at the edge rusher position. Just what do you see among that whole group, and how do you see yourself fitting in, and does it even raise your level of play?
It definitely raises it because I know I got to be on my P's and Q's, you feel me? So I got to keep going, and with that depth right there that we got, I love it because then all of us can just go out and play fast and not worry about getting tired because we know that the next person going in is just going to do just as well.
Do you have any goals for the season? I mean, you've been kind of stuck at 4.5 here for a while. Well, what's your goal for the season?
Definitely getting more than that. I know that for a fact this season. I got a goal in mind, but I can't share it with y'all until I actually make it.
Introducing the Flex Short by Public Rec. A customizable athletic short designed to fit every.
This experience of the last few years, does it give you an idea of what you need to do to get over that hump?
Yeah, definitely. Play more consistently. Every time I'm on the field, just be sharp on what I'm doing. Coach K's and just making sure that I can play without thinking, because that's been one of my biggest things because I've always had to think being an outside linebacker, and now definitely get used to being just a D lineman. I'm just going all the time, and that's how I love to play, So it's great.
Does it take a little while to get over that hump and stop thinking and just play?
Yeah, it definitely took a little while because when you're doing something for 4 years, you kind of get used to it, And now it's my second year here, and I'm excited for what's to come.
But is there anything else that clicked for you over the second half of last season and into the playoffs was that really what clicked for you? Just being more comfortable in that position during the second half of last season into the playoffs?
Yeah, definitely. And because of that, I was able to play faster, and I remember what that felt like. And only thing that's really driving me right now is that I'm trying to get to the Super Bowl, And I feel like that's what's driving everybody as a team. So everybody's kind of like on edge right now, but in a good way, you know what I'm saying? Because we're sharpening the sword. So that in the season we can be ready to go. We can get up to a fast start and keep it going.
What changes in your offseason? What changes in your offseason regimen? Just going from playing off-ball linebacker to playing defensive end, and then are you watching anybody just to get better?
Not really that I'm watching anybody. I watch everybody, definitely watching both the Bosa brothers, what they're doing, because I feel like we got a similar body type, other than I'm a little shorter than they are. But, yeah, they're just like technicians, so I just watch them, see where I can get from them just so I can apply it to my game. And then in the offseason, I just switched my focus to a championship mentality, you know, because like Kobe, like if you want to be a champion, you can't just turn it on. It has to be on at all times. And that's what I've been working on, and I feel pretty good.
You say everyone's on edge, but in a good way. How are you seeing that?
Competition, how we're just flying off the ball, especially in the D-line room, is crazy, man. I love being in that room. Nobody is wishing any for anybody just to mess up, you know what I'm saying? We're all helping each other get better. And then at the same time, when we're on the field, we just get off like some wild dogs. And I love seeing it on film. Every time I watch film, I'm just like, man, what a blessing it is to be in the room.
You mentioned Super Bowl. Is that discussed even a little bit amongst you guys? Like that is the goal. That's what you're doing.
That's the goal. We've already discussed it, and we know that's the goal. So now we just have to stack days and keep working for it.
Do you see a difference in the both brothers? You study both of them. You know, a lot of people said that they look very similar in how they do it. Can you call them apart?
Yeah, a little bit. They're similar, but Nick, being the younger brother, he got the better genes.
What's been your impression of Dre Trent saying how studious he is? He's got the right disposition.
He's a perfect fit for his team. Like every time that he makes a move, we're just like, man, that dude, he can bend, he can do it all, man. And I'm excited for what's to come for him. Because he had a couple moves today. I was just like, dang, bro, like he got some good hips, bro. And he's like a sponge. He just soaks up everything. He's like, all right, better, let's get it. And he doesn't complain. He just gets to it, and I love that.
And Nick said he actually admired him for his bend when he came in, stuff that he couldn't do as a rookie. Do you see that from him?
Yeah, definitely. Because the way that he's been around that hoop, I'm just like, man, that reminds me of me in my younger years. Like as a rookie, if I was here as a rookie, it'd be a different story. I'm not gonna lie to you. But him being here as a rookie, it's gonna help him so much, especially with Coach K. He's gonna get him right, and you're gonna see some big things from him.
Why is this program so geared toward helping edge rushers?
It's just playing fast. You know, we don't have to think. We don't have to sit there and just take on blocks. We just go and disrupt, and then people behind us clean up.
How hard is it for Drake Jackson, who was asked to do so many different things in college, to just get into the one mindset of one job?
For him being a rookie, everything, he just kind of soaks it up, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be like, oh yeah, this is what I used to do for years. Because once you get in the NFL, college is out the window. Just throw that out the window, you feel me? Because right now you're here. That is a whole nother level past what college is. So you got to become like a student of the game and just throw out the rest of it and just focus on where you are now. And he's doing a great job of that.
Samson, what are your impressions been more for Tua?
He's fast. He's real fast. Long. He's my African brother. You feel me? We came up with a handshake today. It was fantastic. And yeah, he's getting off the rock too. And for him, he's gonna go through the same thing that I went through. He just gotta kind of switch that switch. It's just gotta click for him. And once it does, he's just gonna take off.
What would be that story if you weren't here?
What's up?
You said it would be a different story. What would be that story?
I played my whole college career as a defensive end. So if I came here and was playing defensive end as a rookie with the men that I had, it would have been just a different story. Like, I wouldn't be sitting at 4.5 sacks. I'd be gone.
Are you noticing the coverage impacts plays early on that help?
The name Vegamore comes from vegan and amor. It's love. Love for life, love for yourself, the environment.
Helps the pass rush. Like, do you notice that they talk about coverage and pass rush being on a string? Are you noticing that early on?
Yes, I am. These DBs, they put clams on people. Like, I'm telling you, with all the interceptions that you guys have obviously heard about, and just like they're able to buy us an extra hitch. And there were so many times last year that we remember saying, man, just an extra hitch and we can get a hit on the quarterback at least. And they're giving us that right now, and I'm so excited just to play because I know that we're going to get time to get to that quarterback, and that's going to be a problem for the other team.
You talked about just throwing college out the window now that you're a professional player and coaching mindset, just being a champion. Did that take you a while, going from college to the NFL, to know what type of preparation and what you had to be as a professional football player?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it comes with experience as well, because I threw college out the window and went from DN to outside linebacker, and I started playing that. And with the Rams back then, it was still a championship team. But then I came here and I had to switch back, And once I switched back, it just took a while to get used to it. And I'm sitting here, I'm just like, man, I look like, especially the energy that I get in this building, man, it's crazy. Because every time I come here, it doesn't feel like work. And because of that, I'm able to learn so much more because I'm having fun with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just out here with the bros, just playing football, less in high school, And with the team that we got, we definitely got an opt to get to that championship, and that's what we want.
Is Ben something you can train yourself to get back? Is Ben something you can train yourself to get back?
I've always had Ben, So now I just got to sharpen it up so I don't waste movements. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, y'all.
What's your week been like?
It's been hectic. Not a lot of sleep, but being back with the boys, it's always a good feeling. Work don't really feel like work. It's fun.
John and Kyle both said that Deebo Samuel inspires players and the team. How does that manifest itself in your life?
By the way he played. The way he played. You watch how every time he touches the ball, you watch how he finishes the play. If there's any crease, he's going to exploit it. You watch what he do receiving-wise. You watch what he do rushing-wise. You watch, the spark plug that he is for the team. You see us coming out the locker room. It's not just for show. That's how we are in the locker room, period. So you go in there right now, that boom box is probably right next to his locker. So he's that type of person, and that's why he's important to this organization. That's why we had to have him.
Trey, when we talked to you in the spring, you were pretty optimistic he was going to stick around. Was there ever a point where you were worried that he didn't find a new dance partner?
Nah, I'm not gonna say I was worried. It did get ugly than I wanted to see. Than I wanted to get. Obviously, just watching, but I understand. I've been around a long time. I've seen these negotiations work out. And it's never really when you want it to. It never comes when you want it to, but it's always on time. They always gonna, take care of the player. It's just, especially this organization. They always gonna take care of the player. So I didn't really have a doubt.
Kyle said he sort of tunes out whatever he hears in the media and just focuses on one-on-one conversation with players. Is that how you treat it? Like, how much stock do you put in that stuff that you hear?
I don't put a lot of stock in it. I've been around long enough to know that everything you read not always the full truth, and you leave a part out of the story and it makes the story look totally different. And I understand how media works, and you need viewers, you need readers, you need people to click on your article. I understand that. It's all a part of the game. It's all in the life cycle of this business. So I try not to pay attention to it. One thing I told Deebo before that is that you gotta continue to work on these relationships that's in the building. Not really worry about what's on the outside. Not really worry about who's in your corner saying this or that. Like, you and Cal have a great relationship, and I don't think you should let that go. I think by you talking to him and y'all being men that y'all are and the respect y'all have with each other, I think everything can work out.
You guys have a close relationship. You guys have a close relationship. Did he reach out to you during the process?
I was saying question.
Okay.
Yeah. Obviously, I talked to both sides during the process. I was literally, chopping it with him last 2 days. Talked to Kyle. I'm just doing my part as a mentor to Deebo, looking at him as a little brother and as captain of his team. I'm just doing my part, offering my little 2 cents, and if you want to take it, he'll take it. If not, my biggest thing was I never wanted to overstep any boundaries, because Debo worked his whole life to get to this position. And you don't work your whole life on this dream and get in position and let somebody else tell you what to do. So I just offered my little 2 cents when he asked for it, or if I seen, something need to be said, I might say it, but I just left it at that. So really, Debo, he did a great job of just ignoring the outside noise and coming in to OTAs, coming in to training camp, and just being a man and being a professional. And ultimately, I think that's why the deal got worked out.
Speaking of mentors, what prompted you to invite Jason Poe to come back with you to Houston, and how did that month or 6 weeks or so go with the down there?
Like I said before, I've seen a lot in Poe, seen his athleticism, seen his work ethic, seen how serious he takes the game. He was a long shot, and I think he understands that as well, and you can see it in his work ethic. But to bring him down there, I always leave it as an open-ended invitation, and him and Spence took me up on it. So both of them came out to Houston for like that last month or so, and they worked their butts off, and I think the whole coaching staff can tell. You can look at Poe, you can look at Spence, and you see, that they work. Not saying it's gonna make him a better football player, because he wasn't playing football, he was just, working and showing them, giving them the blueprint of how to be ready for camp. But I think if you're physically ready, you gotta have the battle done. So.
Does Adrian still work out with you guys, and did he put them through his famous workout?
Yeah, so Adrian's famous workout came from our trainer. So, obviously our trainer still trains us. Adrian has a huge fight coming up, so obviously he's in there every day working. And it worked perfectly.
You got yourself, you got Debo, you got Kittle, a lot of other talent on offense, and we're seeing what the defense is doing. Is this maybe the most talent on this team since you've been around?
Yeah, since I've been around. Yeah, of course. That's been the case the last 2 years. So, yeah, the team just keep getting better. The front office, man, is amazing. The guys that they continue to bring in, and, they might sign somebody you never heard of. And when they get here, you understand why they signed them. And that's, to me, I think that's a nuance of the business that I think gets lost. I think everybody gets so enamored with the new prospect and the guys who had a nice college career and following the path to the draft. And, this person you never heard of, they went to a small school. I think a lot of us just say, they're just development guys. And I think you go through the draft year in and year out, and you're seeing people that come from small schools that can really play. And they can play really well, and they can really help the team. And so I like to see that this organization turns over every stone before they just say, we're going to take this player.
I'm following up on that. You yourself, like with Debo, you, Fred Warner, Kittle, a lot of you guys are signed for a long period of time here. How much does that maybe just kind of reinforce your confidence about the future of the franchise?
Oh, definitely gives you confidence in the future. We're a young team. I'm the old head, obviously, but this is a very young team. It's a very young team. And, as long as they get all of those important pieces under contract, this team is going to be a really good team for a long time, even after I leave. So, yeah, I think, like I said, it goes back to the front office and the job that Cal and John do in their whole department.
What in particular impressed you about Burford working out with him, and has some of that extended to him taking all these first team reps here at camp?
I don't know if him working out with me got him in the first team. I think that work was done at OTAs. He gave coaches a lot of faith in his ability, he gave him confidence. But one thing I noticed about Spence just from early on is that he's just so confident. It's almost like, he don't really know the bad things that could happen. And that's when, for us, even myself, if I get beat, that one play could last for a year or so. I might make one alteration just thinking about that one last play. And obviously, on hindsight, that's the wrong way to look at it. And so I was just impressed by him and how confident he was in the use of his technique, how explosive he was, how he played with good hands, good body position. So I knew he would be a great player. Obviously, working him in the starting lineup, I think he deserved that. He's worked pretty hard for it. And, I'm rooting for him. I'm in his corner every step of the way.
Trent, have you spent much time with Drake Jackson? And saw you going up against him a little bit today. Any initial thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't spent a lot of time going up against him, obviously, but yeah, I've seen his tape coming from USC. He's a talent. It's like, dang, how many pass rushers you want, Cal? You know, you just keep on bringing them in. I mean, I like it. It makes us better. We get so many different looks from so many high-level guys that it's hard not to get better. But I think he's a guy with a bright future, super athletic, really strong guy, got really good hips, can bend, can get around the corner. And he's seen and not heard. He goes around and handles his business the right way. You know, he's always got his book in his hand, and he's always doing a little extra. I noticed him, you know, and I think that he's going to be an outstanding player, especially having a coach like Krueg and learning from a guy like Nick, Armstead, all those guys. He got it at his you know, right at his call. So to me, I think he's going to be an outstanding player from what I've seen.
What were some of the things that you and both were talking about for a couple of times? Like, it's just kind of normal, you guys talk about hand placement, but what's that like with back and forth?
To me, it's a double-edged sword because I'm, you know, usually if folks will come up and ask a question, it's because they want to know a little bit more about something. So, you know, competitive me is a little hesitant to give them some of my secret moves, but I'm like, you know, at the end of the day, we're here to make each other better. So, and he does the same thing. If I see something, I ask him. He's very transparent, tell me what he's seen, why he did what he did, and that's been our relationship since the day I came through this door. And I think that it's definitely helped both of us tremendously.
We've seen the defense look really good in this camp. Can you put that in context going up against them, how good they are, and is it making you guys better?
Yeah, of course. We go against the best defense in the league every day. They know our plays. They know our formations. They know everything. So, I mean, it's hard not to get better from that type of work. Like I said, we're from top to bottom, defense is loaded. It's not a weakness. It's not a weakness in that defense on that roster. It's a depth, at least 3 deep starters around the board. So, I mean, with that being said, it's going to be a little rough for the offense at first, especially because we're not game planning, you know, and we're just going out there and just playing, you know, good on good. So that defense is, you see, they carried us to the NFC Championship last year. So that's the same defense, just got a little better.
How's Trey doing, just kind of navigating that?
That's what really gives me the most confidence in watching him versus a very fast, very intense, a very smart, knowledgeable defense. It's a tough outing for a quarterback. If you look and you go pause a lot of those plays when you get to the top of this drop, Fred is taking all the underneath things away. The corners are like on the receivers like white on rice. The safeties are flying around, you know, cutting posts, stand on top. They're doing it all, and they disguise looks. You know, they don't give him anything easy. So anything you see is he worked for it. He made some adjustments, and he got himself in the right position. And I think going against a defense like that is the greatest tool we can use.
You mentioned Adrian Peterson and his famous workout. Is Nick sort of in that same caliber in terms of what he does in the offseason to get his body prepared? Is he in even better shape this camp than maybe the last one?
I mean, have you seen him? I mean, he looks like somebody literally etched him like a sculpture. So you don't get that way by just waking up, eating cereal, and playing the game. You know, you can tell just even now, and not even in the offseason, but it's the way he works before every practice you watch, he's out there, I mean, damn near in full sweat before I even get stretched. You know, you watch what he's doing in the weight room. It's no secret. It's no secret to why he's as good as he is. I mean, it's obviously the talent is there, but the work ethic obviously enhances the talent.
What have you seen from Aaron Banks in his second year?
I think Aaron Banks is really showing out this camp. I really think he's one of the better linemen right now. When you look in the group who's really bringing it this camp, I think he started by OTAs by showing up and being noticeably different. Then he followed it up with another good 4 weeks after OTA. Now he's in camp and he's noticeably different. You know, he's still a young player. Mistakes still are going to happen, but his jump from year 1 to year 2 gives everybody a lot of confidence in him.
What do you mean by noticeably different?
His body, you look at his body composition, you can tell that he worked. it's one thing to lose weight. It's one thing to lose weight, add muscle. And you can tell that's what he did. And I think that's what's allowing him to take advantage of all the talent that he has in that body. And he's going to ultimately reach his ceiling, which I think can be really good.
How much does someone like Elijah learn after a rookie year where he really took a beating and he missed some games, but he kept getting back up? And here he is today, the first day of pads, and he's out there. So he obviously rehabbed himself. How much do you learn from year one to year two about what the NFL does to your body?
Yeah, you definitely learn a lot. I think speaking on Elijah, I think, yeah, he learned, but a lot of that he was born with. I mean, it goes against human nature to get up while you're in pain and keep going. And we've seen him do it all last year, even from a young mind frame. We've seen him approach offseason, get himself healthy, get himself in shape. Seen him back out there for the first day of pads, and he looks just like his rookie season. So I think that says a lot about the individual, more so than just learning about the game. He's been that way, and that's why we have all this faith in him. And that's why he's the RB1.
Thanks, Craig.
Thank you.
Never met a man I've been scared of. Careful, you gon' get exactly what you